cooking, bruh. So I'm 40 weeks and 5 days, I think. So she's almost 41 weeks. Right now we're heading back to have her because after a certain time in labor, I can no longer eat. My OB said, I'm not gonna starve you, but I'm like, Miss Girl, you're not even gonna be there till you deliver. So we came all the way to Porterville to get a specific broth that I like, because I like the pho from over here.
She's been picky since before the pregnancy. Now it's like 10 times worse, so we had to drive an hour to get what she wanted.
Yeah, so we came all the way. We came all the way just to get that broth. I'm gonna be on a clear liquid diet once I start labor. We'll see what happens, but just in case.
Hay fruta y cocos, somos un par de locos. Aquí en mi corazón yo tengo mi amigo, se llama Jesucristo. Él es el bendito. Yo te voy a decir.
So it's currently 5 p.m. I am scheduled to be induced at 6. The hospital is like 6 minutes away from my house, honestly. But I have an alarm at 5:30 because by the time we get everything out and stuff, by the time we leave, it's probably gonna be 6. Honestly, we take forever to get out of the house. So this portion of the video is gonna have honesty. One of the questions that people are mainly gonna ask is, were you afraid? Like, that's just something that comes across everyone's minds for people who are not moms. I am afraid. I have a fear of giving birth. I've had it since I was young. I watched videos of people giving birth when I was younger because I was like, if I build up, like, if I desensitize to it, it's not gonna freak me out by the time it's my turn. No, it still freaks me out. I've watched, like, yeah, all of that. I even went to a birthing class and watched the videos again. No, yeah, it's still just as scary. I have been praying my entire pregnancy. I'm literally just praying for God to fill the room with peace and to fill me with peace. That's how I feel right now. But then there's also like that bit of excitement because I wonder who she's gonna look like. I wonder what her personality is like. I just wonder, like, literally. I went into this, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I gave this child to God. And this whole birthing experience, I'm leaving it in God's hands. I'm literally just gonna trust that everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, so my support, I'm taking my mom, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm taking my husband Jeremiah. So obviously he's gonna be there. He's my comfort. He's so ugly.
I expect to just to see, you know, to
see the newborn.
To get to this point, because creo que estaba diciendo, nunca voy a tener una bebita, sino una niñita de
yeah.
Que no tan,
it's my dad's birthday today, and and she's his late birthday present. Macy.
Yeah.
Macy, I'm bringing baby. Today, my dad is 76 years old, so he did not expect to live this long to see my baby, is what he was trying to get out. Oh, my first baby. She's not gonna be an only child no more. It's time leaving the house by herself. So we're a little late. I literally said that I set an alarm for 5:30 because I knew we were gonna take forever to leave. But we're on our way. When we come back, we're gonna have a baby. How do you feel?
Ready. Nervous, but ready.
You look nervous. You're just like...
Oh, there's cops up there. Stop traffic.
There is cops. What is that? And she's most of them are probably like, seriously? Again, I made it. So how do you feel? Because you know all your friends are gonna be like, oh, how do you feel? How does it feel? You know, that's the #1 question they ask.
I am nervous, but like, I'm excited. I'm ready. Everybody keeps telling me like, bro, you're gonna love having a daughter, and I'm like, I've been waiting, bro. You've been hogging her for 9 months. What are you talking about?
He says that I carried her for 9 months, and it's his turn to carry her now.
Heck yeah.
My mom is in the car behind us, in that little red, because she said after the baby's born, she's gonna go to sleep in the house. Or bring my dad, depending on what time it is. But yeah, so
Also, depending on how long it takes.
Yeah, just depending on how long it takes.
Do we get to park in the soon-to-be mom's place now?
Yes. If there's any open, bruh. They're always full. That's where we go. Look at new moms and family parking only.
Oh, so it's not soon to be modeled, it's already modeled. You have to wait.
We can park there.
Also?
Yes, we can. At my bump. This is the last look at my bump. Before. I'm a little embarrassed because the door's wide open and we're right in front of like all the nurses. Just got shown into our room. They're changing shifts, and then once that is settled, they're gonna come and put all the IVs and whatever on me. Jeremiah's going out to get his main support person pass, and he's gonna bring all our stuff over here, and we're gonna start this process. Baby's coming. Before nurses come, this is incubator or something like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing. So this is where they're gonna plop the baby once she's born. This is where she's gonna sleep. This is my mom. No, mamá, a mí no me. This is everything. This is the bed. And this is the restroom. Right here. Yeah, the shower. But yeah, Jeremiah brought in all the stuff. My puke bag. My mom was taking a video of me. She wants to post on Facebook. Sí, sí se hace. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Yo,
Yeah.
muy agradecida con el Señor, primeramente, por viene un regalo que Dios nos dio y pues a esperarlo con ese regocijo, con alegría.
This whole past week, I've been feeling like this feeling that's not cramping, but apparently it's contractions. I'm at a 3 to 4, I'm like 3 to 4 centimeters dilated already. I've been contracting these past few days and I did not even know it because it's not painful. Jeremiah, I was like, it can't be, like, it can't be contractions. I'm feeling one right now. So I looked at the chart because that's supposed to tell them if it's a contraction or not. I looked at it. And sure enough, the peak is going up. It's a contraction. I'm feeling a contraction. And my mom's trying to be a part of the video. Where that peak, where it says 84, that little peak right next to it. I do need penicillin. So she was telling me that it's not going to feel good. That I'm going to feel like sick or something for 30 minutes. And then it'll go away. It's 8:02. And they're estimating that I will have this baby before 7 in the morning. So we'll see. I'm still having that contraction. Either that or it's another one.
No, it's just one.
Oh, dang. That's a big old mountain. Okay, so let me try to explain the chart. Hopefully it doesn't have, like, any information. Does it have any information? That next to the 62, that huge mountain that's, like, tall and, like, long, that's my contraction. And the one below that, you see the 58, and there's, like, little mountains. Those are contractions that are like shorter and more often versus my big old long mountain. LOL. So that's what they're giving me the Pitocin for. They're giving me the Pitocin so that I can contract more often and shorter. They want it to be like closer together. I'm chilling right here. Finally came in, gave me my first dose of Pitocin at 9:30. 6 minutes later, I already started getting a contraction when I had just finished getting a contraction. So I'm praying that it worked. I just drink soup right now because I was hungry, but I can no longer eat solids. So I ate some broth. I don't know why it's beeping, but they're gonna give me another dose at 10. Jeremiah literally missed it. He got hungry, so he went to go get food. And then my mom was like, I'm hungry too. And I was like, I'm hungry too, but like, I can't eat anything, so that's great. I'm not even in labor. Like, my contractions are not even close enough for them to consider me in labor. And I'm like, that's great. I'm having bad acid reflux right now.
She's struggling, y'all.
Anyways, I got the ball out because my bottom was hurting on that bed, bruh.
Almost 11.
I was gonna say, you have eagle eyes. How can you not see that?
I don't know how to read an analog clock.
What?
Yeah, I didn't
It's
pay attention in
almost
school,
11.
y'all.
I'm at a 6. You can show I'm having a contraction right now. I think. Yeah, I am. I'm at a 6 in Pitocin. It says oxytocin on it. Pitocin is the fake drug or whatever for oxytocin. Anyways, for those that didn't know. We try to count the time in between my contractions, and it's what, every
3 or 4 minutes, give or take. Yeah.
My mom's still not back. She went to go eat, so she has no idea that like this is what's happening. She left and I was like completely fine. I wasn't even feeling the contractions back to back like that yet. She's gonna come back and have a whole baby in my arms.
Probably.
I felt like my stomach kind of moves, and then my lower back kind of hurts, but that's it.
Back there we have a kind of a scale that shows.
It's a chart. It's I already showed them the chart and I explained it.
Okay.
That the peaks are contractions.
Oh yeah, the last one was kind of
The belly
wobbly.
lows are...
Since she been on the ball, it got real wired. Or real wired. Weird. Sorry.
It's
can't
all
talk.
it's all like, but before it was like literal mountains.
Yeah.
Now it's like all crazy.
She loving that ball.
Yeah, because I had a lot of gravity. Freaking, that bed was so hard. It was like concrete on top of contractions. Like, it's just horrible.
Tip for y'all that are gonna have kids: make sure y'all bring pillows, some kind of back support.
Yeah. It has to be like, there has to be a pillow for your butt, honestly. There has to be something. I was thinking of sitting on my boppy, not even lying.
So there you go. Y'all be ready. If not, ask for the medicine ball as soon as you get in here, because it was a big change. Over there she was...
pregnancy ball when he walked
Shush, we do not speak
out.
of this. We're gonna edit this out. As soon as she got on the ball, she was smiles.
Another contraction. Yeah, but I was so scared, bro. I thought Pitocin was gonna make them so like, but first of all, I thank God that I have a nurse that's like, she's slowly giving it to me.
That was...
I'm glad I got her, the one I have.
Yeah, she's real cool.
I don't know her name. Yeah, she's really sweet.
Did you tell them about the penicillin?
The penicillin, I did tell them that I got it, and that I did. Actually, I didn't tell them the update. So earlier I had mentioned that I didn't feel anything with the penicillin. 15 minutes later, after my nurse walks out, like maybe 5 minutes after she walks out, I suddenly feel like my muscles getting stabbed. And then it felt like cold, and like it just hurt, like if it was sore or something. She walked in and she was like, oh yeah, that's a penicillin. And I was like, oh, I felt it like 15 minutes after you gave it to me, not in the beginning.
And then now that she's on the Pitocin, they have the heart, the pressure, that thing, I forgot what it's called.
Pressure.
That thing. Show my fat sausage finger, that thing right there. They were taking it off and on, but now that she's on Pitocin, they're gonna constantly be checking her blood pressure.
Yeah, it's gonna check itself every 30 minutes.
Keep her in prayers, y'all. Well, by the time y'all see this, she's already gonna have the baby.
I'm already gonna have my baby after this.
We'll still pray
after for good recovery.
Good recovery, and so that we can handle our little cielo. She's gonna be wilding. She's having another contraction.
Yeah. This one's a little more intense. The worst one I had was like 2 contractions ago.
Yeah. It's still, we didn't take a long break. It's still 11:05 ish. For the dads out there, I guess my thoughts.
Record you.
No, my face.
Okay.
So, what's up, guys?
You already hear the ball in the back. Oh.
Yeah, just don't mind me. The ball.
The ball in the back.
I guess I'm good right now. The way I'm feeling, I'm a little nervous, but I'm mostly just worried about my wife because she's in pain. I'm chilling, just watching her.
He ate in front. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I gave him permission.
She gave me permission.
I was like, first of all, I don't like pad thai, so I don't care if you eat in front of me.
And she's on a liquid diet right now,
Yeah.
so she can't have any.
He did not want to eat in front of me, and I was like, no, go eat. His tummy was all rumbling.
Shush, we don't need all the details. But hopefully, soon this baby will come out when she's ready and when mama's ready. And I'm gonna have my little one crying over there. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but yeah, we'll be praying everything goes well.
I forgot to show the billboard thing or the board thingy, but they put her name right there because that's what I said we'd name her, even though we're not even positive. Before starting the video, what time is it?
1:09.
It's 1:09 in the morning. We've been here for how many hours? 7? We've been here since 6.
Oh yeah.
We didn't get into a room till 7, so we've been in a room for like what, 6 hours? Yeah, we've been out of the house for 7 hours, in a room for 6 hours. They haven't came to check to see if I'm more dilated, but my contractions are like 1 to 2 minutes apart. They are a little more intense.
She's doing great though.
Praise God. But yeah, I just wanted to update on that. I'm starving. Like, I was telling Jeremiah that I was having contractions, and then at the same time my stomach would rumble and my mind would stop focusing on the contraction. Like, literally, it would just, like, I would not feel pain, and it would focus on my stomach rumbling because, like, I'm just so hungry. I have acid reflux, and then since there's nothing in my, I'm having a contraction right now, and since there's nothing in my system right now, the acid is just really bad. So it sucked. They gave me Tums for it already. My mom's over there. Jeremiah's right there on the exercise ball. They told me to get off of it after a while because when I get on it, the readings of my contractions just get all bouncy. Oh, and those peaks are my contractions, by the way. They said I would have my baby by 7, Cap. There's no way I'm gonna have this baby in 6 hours. There's no way. Jeremiah's face.
Never know.
I don't feel like I'm gonna have this baby within the next 6 hours. That's crazy. How do you, am I handling it well so far?
In my opinion, yeah, I feel like normal women, gang, normal women would be screaming, but my lady, my wife, my queen, she's strong. And Jesus been helping her out because anytime she feels anything, her mom starts praying.
Bro, like,
So,
remember how I told you I was so afraid and stuff, and I'm just like so peaceful and like,
got to that.
God is just good, bruh.
But God.
Yeah, I'm having a contraction.
Yeah, she's at 100 right now. Baby's at 138. He's going good.
He's reading the chart. Yeah.
Because I'm a doctor now. I mastered the
That's
chart
all
reading.
he's been doing these past like 3 hours.
Memorizing how things work.
Reading the chart. He's like, oh, you're at 60, 70, 99. Baby's at 148. And I'm like,
No,
bro.
I make it sound cooler than that. I'll be like, you're at 50 on the rise. And you'll be like, yeah. Okay, y'all.
The other way, baby.
Okay, y'all. She had the epidural right now. How you feeling?
I feel good. Come closer.
She thinks she look ratchet, but
Let me see. Yeah, no.
she looked fine, but how you feeling?
Well, okay, so before I got the epidural, the contractions were getting so bad. They were getting so bad, I was like crying. At some point before the epidural, my body began to shake.
Yeah, I think she was getting that adrenaline rush because her body's been... She was getting pretty bad contractions. She was starting to get them closer to 2 minutes, maybe a minute apart, and they were a lot stronger, holding out for a lot longer. So we had her... Okay, we back, y'all.
You can show me. Okay.
So she got the epidural. That's why we had to kind of cut the video.
I look like dead right now because I half my body is like I can't move it. But the epidural, I don't know if some of you guys have gotten like dental work. She just walked in and gave us some pillows. But the epidural feels like getting shots like in your jaw and stuff like that. Like when the syringe is going in between, like in your gums. That's what it feels like. Then there's something like thicker that they put in that just feels like it's like pushing everything out of the way. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what it feels like going into your spine. The actual medication itself feels like that one numbing cream that they put in your mouth when you were a kid. Like it just tingles. That's what it feels like. My legs feel like tingly right now. And I can still move my toes, but I can no longer feel a contraction.
But she's doing great, yo.
Yeah. Oh, so those shakes that I got before the epidural, they went away when I got the epidural. Like my body was relaxing, and then the epidural shakes came. So at first it was just my legs shaking. Like it was just my legs just shaking. Now it's my entire body.
The doctor that came in was a very experienced man.
He's elderly.
He was an older man, so we were grateful to him. I forgot his name. I think it was Wayne or something like that. But he was awesome. He did a great job. My baby's not feeling much pain anymore, mostly pressure. Now we got her laying on her side with the peanut ball. She's probably gonna be taking a nap to give her some rest. Trying because she does have those epidural shakes. But we'll see, and we'll keep you guys updated. Bye.
How do you feel?
She's so precious. Do you know little angel? My little cielo.
Yep, and her name is Cielo Arabella Diaz. Cielo, because she's a gift from above, from heaven. Regalito del cielo. A mess, but the last you guys heard of me, I had just gotten the epidural. It was like 2:40 something in the morning. I fell asleep after that. We slept for like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 hours, right? 4 hours. I woke up because I got nauseous. They checked me. I was 7 to 8 centimeters, and I vomited. And vomiting took me from 7 to 8 centimeters to a full 10. But the one time throughout my entire pregnancy and all that when vomiting actually did me good was during labor. That's wild. So I pushed for like 10 minutes and she flew out, which they were actually really surprised with because I'm a first time mom. They thought I was gonna like push for like an hour, but the last thing they saw was me with an epidural, and now they're seeing you with the baby. Some long days. Hi mama, we're finally discharged. Jeremiah went to go make his first rounds back to the car, and he's gonna bring back the car seat. But this is the room that we were in after I gave birth. We've been here since then due to many reasons. Baby's currently in my arms, that's why you don't see her. I am obviously sleep deprived, but me and Cielo are here chilling. Jeremiah's asleep, chilling in her bassinet. But anyways, something that I want to add that I didn't get to add. This is like, mind you, this is 2 weeks later while I'm editing the video. But something that I wanted to add is why I vomited. Because like I said, once I got the epidural, I knocked out, I rested, and it was from like 2:40, 3, 4, 5. I had like 3.5 hours of sleep because when I woke up, I felt so nauseous, like so sick. And I was like, Jeremiah, wake up. He was asleep on the floor. And I was like, wake up. He was like, yeah. And I was like, I feel sick. And right then the nurses had come in, and they were so the nurses came in and they got me a barf bag. And remember earlier I had mentioned that I had taken Tums because of the acid reflux. I threw up foam, bruh, I threw up the Tums, and throwing up caused so much pressure that got me to a 10. And tell me why. I told the nurse right after I threw up, oh, she's coming. She's like, why do you say that? I was like, because I feel pressure. I feel like I need to poop. She was like, oh no, that's normal. You're barely at 7 or 8 centimeters. Like, that's her head pressure. I was like, no, I think she's coming. She walks out. Miss Girl runs back in like 30 seconds later because she saw my chart, my contraction chart. And she was like putting on her gloves or whatever. And I was like, Jeremiah, she's coming. And the nurse was like, oh, I see your contractions. We're going to check you. She's like, yeah, sure enough, you're at 10 centimeters. I was like, I told you I felt pressure. I told you she was coming. But my body was reacting way too well to the Pitocins that my contractions were like happening like every few seconds. Mind you, I had epidural. I could not feel it. I didn't know that there was anything wrong, but that's why the nurses ran in. My contractions were just happening way too often. She told me, you're feeling sick because your contractions are happening way too often. So I have to lower down your Pitocin. So she lowered me down. And then she said, the reason why I felt sick is because my contractions were happening down here and my stomach is right above that. So imagine lots of waves. She's like, that's why you're feeling nauseous. And I was like, that's great. Pushing. This is like literally when she saw, oh yeah, you're 10 centimeters. It's time to push. I was like, what? It's time to push. The doctor was not there. So she was like, you can't push yet. I was like, I'm not pushing. I promise I'm not pushing. But I could feel my body ejecting her out, like what God like formed it to do and stuff like that. I literally could feel it happening. And yeah, I didn't want to get yelled at, and that was the only thing on my mind. I was like, I promise I'm not pushing. She's like, okay, like, why do you keep repeating yourself? I was like, just cause, like, yeah, it was a crazy moment. It was surreal. Like, as soon as she came out, my hormones went haywire and I started crying. My thoughts just went wild. Like, I wasn't in the moment. Like, I was crying. I was like thinking so much, like, oh my goodness, she's my daughter. I'm responsible for her life, for her. I'm a mother now. Everything's gonna be different. Everything's gonna be harder. Everything's gonna, like, I had a lot of thoughts. Realistic, as I'm being as honest as I can be. It was a fearful moment. And then I was like, oh my gosh, she's crying. I need to soothe her. I need to soothe her. And I kept wanting to cover her and tell her, shh, it's okay. It's okay. And then the nurse kept like moving my hand, and I got so mad at her in my head, like, let me comfort my baby. She was like, we need her to cry. And I was like, okay, I understand. But then there was also a part of me that was like, I need to comfort my baby. So I don't know, it's wild. I guess that mom instinct, it was just weird. But yeah, I just wanted to add in some of that stuff because it's really interesting. And I didn't think to talk about that in the hospital because it's just, my mind is just everywhere. I was overwhelmed. I had a new baby, stuff like that. So